Game 2 is just about underway here at Matson Field as the Spuds and Pats will run it back after Bismarck Century recently beat the Spuds 13-7 in Game 1. Tommy Fox coming to you live from Matson Field. Alex Ryan producing Game 2 as well as Game 1. It is Grandparents' Night here at Matson Field. A big shout out to all the grandparents watching this. You make a huge difference in our lives, and a big thanks to all of them. Colin Wilson is on the mound for the Spuds as anticipated. He has been the Spuds ringer on the mound all season through these 4 games. Pitched a complete game in the home opener, the season opener for the Spuds. 7 full innings and a 9-4 win. The Skippers got their runs early. And Wilson stayed in for the entire game. His arsenal is very basic. Fastball, changeup, curveball, slider. As basic as it gets. His opponent on the mound in this game will be Aiden Johnson, and he will be leading off for the Patriots. Ben LeDuc will be batting second, Evan Hummel batting third, Cash Weisenberg batting fourth, Andrew Brubachen batting fifth, and Jackson Herman batting sixth. And to cap off the bottom of the order, Kelson Kuderna, Quinn Carlson, and Micah Hummel. And we're underway here for Game 2. Wilson starts off with the ball. Here comes the second pitch. Swing and a miss. Wilson evens the count at 1-1. Now it's 2-1 as he misses inside. Wilson rocks and deals off the fist and foul right to Kunza. And the count's even at 2-2. Spuds had a 6-run 5th inning in Game 1 to bring them back to within 4. It was 10-0 before that spurt. They only got 1 more after that. Wilson sits him down for out number 1. First of what should be many Ks here this evening. Here's Ben LeDuc. He batted second in the previous game. Back in the 2-hole in Game 2. Wilson and Demers have an incredible chemistry as it's now 1-1. Colin Wilson, of course, University of Mary commit as he misses outside. He's not going there to pitch, though. He's going there to play shortstop. There's strike 2. But as you can see, Colin Wilson is a dominant pitcher. Popped up and out of play. So you could say it's a little ironic that Wilson is choosing shortstop over pitching. But he's good with the glove too, as well as at the plate. There's another strikeout, 2 in a row for Willie. And 2 gone here in the first. Two strikeouts on 10 pitches so far for Colin Wilson. Here comes Evan Hummel. He'll be behind the plate. Strike 1. Wilson looking to make it a 1-2-3 inning. He's one strike away from doing just that. Here it comes. He almost striked out the side, but that was just outside. A look at the outfield for the Spuds. It'll be Titan Bergeson at short, Drake Coons at first, Fredrickson at third, Demers behind the plate, Carson Heinz in left, Tay Rich in center, and Bert Foster at second. Bert Foster was a pinch runner for Jack Demers in game 1. And he's getting some playing time here in game 2. And a 2-2 delivery from Wilson. Ground ball to the left side and foul. And the Patriots have shown a lot of discipline at the plate in this doubleheader so far. Specifically in game 1. Another 2-2 is high and away. So Hummel able to battle back, and it's now a full count. Payoff. Whistle down the right field side, and it is foul. Count stays 3-2 on Hummel. Wilson at 18 pitches. And he walked him. It gets away from Demers. And just like that, the Patriots have a base runner with 2 away. Here is Cash Weisenberger. He was in his bag game 1. 2 home runs and was really, really clutch when necessary on the mound. Wilson misses the zone. One ball, no strikes. Wilson the pitch. He evens the count. Jason Juma pinch running for Hummel. Wilson's dialed in. 1 strike away from escaping the first. Weisenberger in a 1-2 count. Strike 3 called. He strikes out the side in a great way for Wilson to start his outing. To the bottom of the first we go here at Matson Field. This is Minnesota High School Baseball on Spuds TV.
Companies is a private investment firm focused on helping small businesses succeed. We are more than investors. We are proven hands-on operators. Atchison Companies works with independent businesses in the manufacturing, distribution and engineering sectors. We invest across the Northern Plains with a buy and hold philosophy, while providing stable leadership and a proven operating system. Atchison Companies is proud to support the Moorhead Spuds.
Pam is a small business owner. She is swamped. Pam knows she needs to advertise but is overwhelmed by all the options. What if there was a way for Pam to have access to a team of media experts? What if this was at no extra cost and didn't require a contract? Meet Avenue Right. Save time, money, and get peace of mind that your advertising dollars are well spent.
Bottom of the first here at Matson Field in game 2. Colin Wilson strikes out the side, only giving up 1 walk, 1 base runner. And it's the Spuds' turn to swing the bats as they will face Aiden Johnson, the southpaw for the Patriots, and he looks like he has some good stuff. So the Spuds will have to be ready, especially Titan Bergeson, who will be leading off, followed by Colin Wilson, Drake Kunza batting third. In the middle of the order will consist of Ben Fredrickson, Jack Demers, and Carson Heinz. And then it'll be Tay Rich and Bert Foster.
Leading off for your spots, the shortstop, number 3, Titan Ferguson.
And Colby Asham will be batting eighth. Bergeson lays down a bunt and it rolls foul. So it'll be Bergeson, Wilson, Kunza, Fredrickson, Demers, Heinz, Rich, Asham, and Foster. Little bit of a different lineup for Coach Salvold. But with how well-rounded this roster is, it might not make much of a difference. The 0-1 goes to Bergeson. Bergeson skies it foul. Into the parking lot it goes. 0-2. The 0-2 from Johnson. Foul to the left side. Nice snag by Wilson. Getting a few oohs and ahs from the crowd. 3 pitch at bats so far. Lefty-lefty battle. 0-2 from Johnson. Bergeson rips one to left field. It is off the wall. Bergeson rounding for second. He'll get there standing with a double. Great way to start game 2 for Titan Bergeson. A lead-off double with Colin Wilson stepping up, and he has a chance to bring him home. Pitcher battle. Johnson and Wilson. Wilson takes the ball. Five pitches so far for Johnson. Looks back at Bergeson at second. Big swing and a miss from Wilson. 1-1 is the count. The 1-1. Another swing and a miss. Change up from Johnson. And that is a disgusting pitch from Aiden Johnson. Fires the 1-2. Curve landed in there. Just missed the top of the zone. And it's 2-2. That call could have gone either way, but now it's an even count on Wilson, and he lays off ball 3. Smart decision. Had a little bite to it. Wilson was not fooled at all. Here's the payoff. Into left field, a base hit. Bergeson will put on the brakes. Wilson to first with his first single of the game. Into shallow left. Still a great piece of hitting from Wilson. Runners at the corners now for the Spuds. For Drake Kunza. He also has an epic walk-up song. A good beat to it. That has been the Spuds' forte so far as walk-up songs. Once again, great taste in music. High, deep, Left center, gone! A launch from the big man. 3-0 Spuds. Kunza will touch them all. I mean, that ball had a family. Trey Kunza. Wow. That is why he's in the 3-hole. Because he can do that. And that is the price you'll pay when a lefty pitcher faces a righty batter. Fredrickson might have hesitated there as he was kind of fooled on that pitch from Johnson, and it's 0-2. Here it comes. Little bit of a half swing. Who's got it? It is going to be caught for out number 1. It was pretty much a jump ball, essentially, a 50-50 chance. That was Kunerna from his first base spot. Demers takes in a curveball for strike 1. Beautiful pitch. And that hit him. Took it like a champ right there, but he's hobbling to first base. And he's saying his hip hit him in the hip. And here comes Carson Heinz, who put on a pretty solid game in Game 1, both sides of the ball. Made a great play in left field defensively. And Reese Boney will pinch run for Demers as he hobbles his way back to the dugout. That was right on the hip, he said as he went to first base. Right back to first. "3-0 game on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. 1 out in the first. Heinz awaits and takes the ball outside, 1-0. Heinz swings and misses. 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 from Johnson as he takes a look at Boney at first. Big swing and a miss from Heinz. Almost lost balance there, as Johnson has thrown a handful of nasty pitches. Here's his 1-2. He struck him out. And a good way to get out number 2. A strikeout of Heinz. And the Patriots are 1 out away from escaping the first. And here comes another threat. Tay Rich hit a moonshot in Game 1. A good take for ball 1. Johnson is at 21 pitches right now. So the Spuds are definitely making him work. Upstairs for ball 2. Spuds looking to get redemption after Game 1 and the 13-7 loss as Rich hacks and hits it foul. This Spud roster has a ton of speed, and that is why offensively they're so dangerous, as Rich will ground out to second to end the inning. But a good way to get things started, the big man, Drake Kunza, teeing off at Matson Field, making it 3-0 through 1.
Natural talent, physical gifts, training advantages. To become a champion, none of that matters. True champions are the ones who are comfortable working harder, staying later, and finding that competitive edge. They are never satisfied simply doing a good job, because those who transform themselves from local talent into local folklore are the ones who continually perform beyond their limits. Bell Bank, proudly supporting champions everywhere.
Boss DXT snowplows are tough to beat. Featuring dual trip tech, flared wings, and optional D-force for improved scraping and backdragging performance. Choose from 3 different sizes in steel, stainless steel, and poly. The Boss DXT is built to restore order.
Your home for Boss snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead.
Well, if you're looking for offense from the Moorhead Spuds, the first inning was a great start. Drake Kunza, a 3-run shot over the left field fence to make it 3-0 on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. And Wilson is back on the bump for the second inning. And Andrew Brubachen is in. The 1-0 pitch. Almost in there for strike 1, but it's ball 2, 2-0 on Brubachen. Strike 1 from Wilson. Looking to get back into the count. Boy, he's just painting the zone. Bob Ross style from Wilson. Counts even, 2-2. Grounder to the right side. It carves off of Foster. And Brubachen reaches safely. That took a very bad bounce. Foster had to play it off his chest. And Brubachen able to advance safely. First batter of the inning. And the first base runner as well for Century. Towards the right side and foul past Kunza. Now be listed as an E4 on Foster. And you would know that he would want to have that one back, as once again, the bad bounces have mainly affected the Spuds more than the Patriots. Here's Jackson Herman. Wilson at 28 pitches. And the 29th is the ball. The 1-1 from Wilson. Chopper to the left side and foul. Fredrickson was about to charge it. That would have been a very tough play, as it was a slow roller. Probably only had a chance at getting the out at first. And I'm sure the Spuds could settle with that if that was the event that could have happened. But instead, it's a 1-2 pitch, and Wilson, another strikeout. He's got 4 of them. One away here in the second. Wilson is feeling it. Here's Kelson Kuderna. at first base, and he takes a strike right down the heart of the plate. Wilson with a nasty pickoff attempt that didn't go his way. It almost did. Almost caught Brubachen sleeping. Low in the dirt for ball one. Colin Wilson can basically just do it all. He is a Swiss Army knife on the field. Demers tried framing it, but it's 2-1. It has cooled off here in Moorhead, Minnesota. It is windy, but it feels nice. 2-1. Fifth pitch of the at-bat coming. Slight lead at first for Brubachen. Wilson. Runner will go. Throw down is not in time. Not even close. Demers with a late trigger. And our runner's in scoring position for the Patriots, and it's Brubachen. But it's a full count now on Kuderna. Wilson fires, and he walked him. And now a chance for the Patriots to make some noise after giving up that 3-run homer to Kunza in the first. Quinn Carlson has a chance to start the scoring for the Patriots in the top of the second. On an 0-1, and it's high and tight. Counts even. Throw back to second. Very close. Able to get back in time was Brubachen. 2 on, 1 out. Big swing and a miss. First base coach says, I like the swing. And that was a very excellent swing. But an even better pitch from Wilson as he now sits in a 2-2 battle with Carlson. Two. Just a bit outside. Now it's a 3-2 count. Micah Hummel is on deck. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Right by him, and there's 2 away. Strikeout number 5 for Wilson. I think his arm's just fine, despite pitching so many innings. He is in his mojo right now. Colin Wilson ahead of the count 0-1 on Hummel. Two on, 2 out, 0-1 pitch. Skips in the dirt. First base coach telling Kuderna to stay, as well as Brubachen. Wilson's already at 45 pitches, so it has not been easy. But he is still keeping these Patriot batters at bay, which is crucial, especially since this Patriot offense has been on fire. scoring 13 in the win in Game 1. Just missed. Demers with an excellent frame once again, but it's 3-1. Here it comes. There's strike 2. Colin Wilson knocking on the door. Looks back at second. Full count. Chopper to the left side and foul. We play on. And 49 pitches through 1 2/3 innings is a lot. So once again, big credit to the Patriots hitters for staying disciplined. Hit in the air to left field. This is deep at the wall. It is gone! And we're tied at 3. With one swing. Right on cue as Micah Hummel, a 3-run laser, tying the game at 3 apiece on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. That is the first hit of the game for the Patriots. And what a way to get it. Wilson with the fastball, and it's 1-1. Wilson misses badly, and it's 2-1. Aiden Johnson struck out in his last battle with Wilson, and he's on the verge of possibly getting his second strikeout. Wilson just trying to get out of this inning. The 2-2 from Wilson, and he sits him down. But the damage has been done. Micah Hummel with a game-tying 3-run bomb. And we got a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 3-3 through 1.5 here at Matson Field. This is Minnesota High School Baseball on Spuds TV.
Don't work out where you won't work out. Blueprint Personal Training. At Blueprint, you'll work directly with an experienced personal trainer and nutrition coach in our brand new private gym. Tell us about your fitness goals, and we'll provide the personalized workouts and motivation to get the results you want to see. Training, nutrition, accountability. Blueprint Personal Training. BlueprintFargo.com.
A tie ball game through 1.5 innings as we enter the bottom of the second inning here at Matson Field. Tommy Fox, of course, as well as Alex Ryan producing. Molly Grealis doing the camera work as well. Spuds hopefully have a spark now after their 3-run home run from their big man, Drake Kunza. Now it's Colby Asham. He will face Aiden Johnson to start this inning, the first time that he has faced him today. First of many times, it's 1-0. Ground ball almost through the hole. Nice play at short for out number 1. Let's take a look at the outfield and infield in game 2 for the Patriots. Of course, on the mound, Aiden Johnson. Ben LeDuc with a nice play at the shortstop position. Evan Hummel behind the plate. Cash Weisenberg at third. Andrew Brubachen in right. Jackson Herman at second. Kelson Kuderna at first. Quinn Carlson in right. And Quinn Carlson in center. Then Micah Hummel in left field. He hit the game-tying home run in the top of the second inning. And a 1-0 count to Bert Foster. First at bat of the doubleheader. And he popped it up. Who's got it? Nice catch for out number 2.
Now batting for the Spuds, the shortstop, number 3, tight end, Ferguson.
So 2 quick outs for Johnson. He faces Bergeson, who stung a leadoff double into the gap. He almost had another extra base hit here, but it's just outside the line, and it's 0-1. Bergeson in the right, and that's going to get to the wall. More extra bases for Bergeson. He'll stay there. Another standing double. He's 2 for 2, and he's nodding his head saying, yeah, I know, I'm just that good.
Number 4, Colin Wilson.
Here comes Colin Wilson. Bergeson takes off, throw is low. That's going to get into left field. Here comes Bergeson. Bergeson will score. And the Spuds retake the lead. Throw was wide by Evan Hummel. It got into left. Bergeson was on his horse. And the Spuds have a 4-3 lead on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. And Wilson is ahead 2-0. Johnson trying to battle back with his pitching nemesis. It's now 3-0. Takes a strike. The 3-1 on the way, and he walked him. Ending in favor of Colin Wilson, and he's reached base in both of his plate appearances. There might be a judge's decision on who's the better pitcher. In the dirt, off speed, ball 1. Wilson must be thinking, you think you're better than me, Johnson? You think you're gonna get me that easy? Not a chance. And Wilson gets back safely. Here is Drake Kunza. He went yard in his first at-bat. It is a ball and a stolen base for Wilson. And he's in scoring position with 2 out and a 2-0 count on Kunza. Kunza obviously hits for power, but he also draws a lot of walks. And he's showing some discipline right here, and he takes a curveball in there for a strike. 2-1 to count. Off the fist into right, and a diving catch! Oh my goodness! Flesh and leather are these Patriots. Jackson Herman flashing the leather out in shallow right, robbing a base hit of Kunza. But the Spuds take the lead going into the top of the third here at Matson Field.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to.
To show up to work every day, that extra smile in someone's day is what gets me to work every day. And in return, to just receive those smiles and those thank yous or those squeezes of your hand is so meaningful, and it really brings me back every day.
Four-three game in the top of the third. Spuds hanging on to a one-run lead that they just got after Titan Bergeson scored from second on a stolen base attempt and a throwing error from Ethan Hummel. Wilson starts off strong and he throws in a strike. And he is sitting at 57 pitches. And a big swing and a miss. I mean, that's just unfair. What Wilson just did then to LeDuc, that is obscene. High bouncing ball to Fredrickson. Strong throw, and he got him. Evan Hummel drew a walk in his last at-bat. Wilson out 59 pitches. And that's something that a lot of people, especially Coach Selvold, should watch. We'll see how Wilson's feeling. He seems to be feeling fine as of right now. 6 Ks, and we're not even through 3 full innings. Foul back. And that 3-run home run from Micah Hummel, that was the only hit of the game so far. Here comes the 1-1 from Wilson. In there for strike 2. Now Evan Hummel behind in the count. Wilson looking for strikeout. He's going to have to wait. 2-2 now. Right between the eyes, strike 3. Number 7 for Wilson. He only needed one more pitch after throwing that ball. It was only a matter of time. 2 out. Just a laser of a pitch from Wilson. Just a thing of beauty, his fastball. His command is just pristine, and so is his accuracy. In the air to center, inning over. Rich, right there to make the catch. A 1-2-3 inning for Colin Wilson. The Spuds hanging on to a 1-run lead.
More than 80 years ago, First Community Credit Union was established by farmers for farmers. We know farmers and ranchers are the backbone of our communities. That's why First Community Credit Union is proud to serve and support our local ag producers. Our expert staff know and understand the local ag industry because they grew up in it. From operating loans to equipment and real estate purchases, we can help ensure your operation is a success. First Community Credit Union, rooted in your future.
Colin Wilson has been hotter than fish grease on the mound. A 1-2-3 inning in the top of the third, and a chance for the Spuds to tack on to their lead, which is sitting currently at 4-3 on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. Ben Fredrickson will lead off this inning. Demers will be on deck, and Carson Heinch will be in the hole. And Aiden Johnson is back on the bump.
Leading off the bottom of the third for the Spuds, the third baseman, number 23, Ben Fredrickson.
A beautiful evening so far here at Madsen Field as Fredrickson takes the ball. A nice sunset in the distance. In high school baseball, not much can beat that. Counts even. Aiden Johnson at 41 pitches through 2 whole innings. Fredrickson with a good take. Didn't pull the trigger. And it worked in the end, 2-1. Line drive, base hit into left. That ball was steaming, a trail of smoke coming off the ball. Fredrickson hit it that hard. Fredrickson likes to pull the ball, and so does this guy, Jack Demers. He takes a strike. Johnson looking over at Fredrickson at first. Demers takes the ball. The 1-1 from Johnson. Swing and a miss. Great off-speed pitch to get ahead of the count. Demers looking for a chance to strike big. Skips in the dirt. Fredrickson thinking about 3. He's going, but he's going to go back to second. And oh, that was dangerous. Was turning the corner to go to third, but Hummel was able to get it back in time. And Fredrickson almost got nabbed at second. Here comes the 2-2. Foul tip into the glove, strike 3. And Demers is down swinging. Second strikeout for Johnson. Here is Carson Heinch. Heinch struck out his last time up. And there is a little bit of a meeting between Hummel and Johnson. We'll see what pitches Johnson tries to use in his arsenal against a righty in Heinz. He goes with the curve, and he gets out of the count 0-1. Fredrickson at second. Line drive, base hit into right center. Fredrickson rounding third. He will score. An RBI single for Carson Heinz, 21. Can you do something for me? 5-3.
Now batting for the Spuds, number 7, Tay Rich.
Here comes Tay Rich. And we have an injury. It's Quinn Carlson. He's coming off a little gimpy after that play. And we'll see what the changes are. Joey Kralik will be going to third. Oh no, that was Brubakken. Brubakken is hurt. And he goes to the dugout.
Defensive changes for the Patriots. Joey Kralik now at third base.
So Joey Kralik is at third.
Right field.
And Jackson Herman is in right. Rich pops it up. That almost hit the camera. It did. I thought that was hitting me. That was the closest it's been so far. The camera's fine, ladies and gentlemen. Might have hit the tripod. 0-1 to Rich is outside. And Cash Weisenberger is at second now. Skips in the dirt. Hummel able to dig it out, and it's 2-1. And that'll be a big loss for the Patriots if it's something serious for Brubakken. Rich with a swing and a miss. It's 2-2. One on, one out. Rich takes the ball. Now it's a full count. The pitch count is to 55. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second is in front of Weisenberger. But a stolen base for Carson Heinz. In the dirt once again. Hummel able to block it. He's made a lot of important plays behind home plate on almost every single pitch in the dirt. The 1-0. Asham lays off. Lined into right. It is a sliding catch. Jackson Herman going into right field after the position change, after the injury to Brubacher, and he doesn't disappoint. Robbing a single of Asham, we head to the fourth. Fourth inning is here in game 2 of this doubleheader. A 5-3 Spuds lead on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. Carson Heinch with an RBI single in the bottom of the third. And Colin Wilson, an opportunity to keep his gem going. Only one hit given up. That was a 3-run home run from Micah Hummel. Here is Joey Kralik. He is now in at third for Weisenberger, who is now at second for Jackson Herman, who is now in right. He made the nifty play out in right to end the inning. First base coach is telling him to open his legs, as it is all in the hips. Here comes the 1-2 in the dirt under the leg of Demers, and the count's even. And Wilson has eclipsed 70 pitches through 3 innings. But he has still had a dominant performance nonetheless. 7 Ks for the Spuds ace. Lined into center, almost caught by Foster. But it's a base hit for Kralik. And Asham almost overran it when it hit the ground. So a leadoff single for Kralik. One on, nobody out, swing and a miss from Herman. He was on the mound late in game 1. Pitched pretty well until he was taken out in the bottom of the 7th. Wilson's ahead 0-1. And that hit the mask of either Demers or the home plate umpire. Happened so fast it was kind of hard to tell whose mask it hit. But it's 0-2 on Herman. Wilson's ready. Coxon deals. Hits the tower. That was a jump scare to some. Still 0-2. Nearly got his 8th K. Great spot. Demers is ready. Herman is ready. Wilson is set and also ready. He got him. There's 8 for Cullen Wilson through 3 1/3. I mean, that is just nuts. One away here in the 4th. Big cut and a miss from Kuderna. He drew a walk against Wilson in his last plate appearance. Throw back is not in time. Ball popped out anyway. Out of the glove of Kunza. 0-1 to count. Wilson is at 77 pitches. 1-1. And the Spuds are really missing Carter Heinz, their main offensive weapon. As, of course, he is out with a sprained ankle he suffered in the doubleheader against Bemidji. He slid awkwardly into second base and rolled his ankle. But the Spuds hope to get him back in at least a couple weeks, possibly in a shorter span of time. And I was actually able to catch up with Carter Heinz, and he did in fact say that the best case scenario, the best possible scenario rather, is that it'll be a week or so for him to be able to play. But the estimated time is at least 2 weeks, which for the Spuds isn't terrible, but at the same time, they do him. Not just for his offense, but his pitching and fielding as well. Committed to Augustana. And Augustana might become a D1 baseball school in the future. They have a really solid program. Swing and a miss. Another changeup from Wilson. Here is Quinn Carlson, behind in the count 0-2. Check swing, and he didn't go. Kuderna at first. 1-2 to count on Carlson. Wilson fires. Called strike 3. 2 out. 9 strikeouts for Wilson. Just gross. Absolutely disgusting from Wilson. Here is Micah Hummel. He took Wilson deep in the second. Swing and a miss. Another changeup. Top of the 4th. No balls, 2 strikes. Wilson fires. Swing and a miss in the dirt. But it's going to get away from Demers. So a strikeout, but a wild pitch. So that'll still be strikeout number 9 for Wilson, but it will also be ruled as a wild pitch. And now the bases are loaded. Tying run is at second. Go-ahead run is at first and also at home. Wilson trying to get out of the jam as that's strike 1 to Aiden Johnson. He has struck out twice. So the odds theoretically aren't in his favor. 0-1 pitch. Fouled back. Wilson quickly jumps ahead of the count at 0-2. In basketball, this would be a heat check time for Wilson. It's heat check time! 10 Ks for Wilson. On fire. To the bottom of the fourth we go. This is Minnesota High School baseball on Spuds TV.
At Moorhead Dental Associates, you'll get the very best care and state-of-the-art technology. Dr. Scatfold and Dr. Johnson are now accepting new patients. Call or stop in to Moorhead Dental Associates.
Wilson has put the Patriots in their place, as it is still a 5-3 game through 3.5 here at Matson Field. In the bottom of the third, the Spuds scored thanks to an RBI single from Carson Heinch. And that is how we have a 5-3 game on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. And Bert Foster will lead things off. He will get things started here in the bottom of the fourth. He's 0 for 1.
The second baseman, number 9, Bert Foster.
A great curveball that just misses the zone. And one thing I like about Bert Foster is that he has a really compact swing. He may not generate a ton of power, but he has a really beautiful swing, and he's just a really great depth player, and that hit him. A foul ball that hits him in the end, so he didn't get the best draw there, and it evens the count. He seems to be okay. 1-1 coming from Johnson. Foster rips one into right field. It's down. To the wall it goes. Foster thinking 2. He's turning for third. Here he goes. In there sliding with a triple. He can fly. He can still generate power, as he almost took Aiden Johnson yard. Bergeson with a chance to send him home into left, and foul. Foster is 90 feet away thanks to that triple. And like I said, a compact swing just through the zone. Something that makes Bert Foster who he is. Now Bergeson will find the wall. Foster will trot in to score. Bergeson on his horse. He's turning for third. Bergeson slides in. Back-to-back triples for the Spuds. Six to 3. They are starting to crack the code on Hayden Johnson. Two lefty battles in a row. Back-to-back triples. Insane. Now Wilson hits it into center. Tagging is Bergeson. The throw in is cut off, and a sac fly for Wilson, making it 7-3. So a 7-3 game on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. And we will have a pitching change. This game is turned on its head all of a sudden as Johnson's finished. We will step aside here on Spuds TV. Quinn Carlson is on the bump for the Patriots as they are down 7-3 on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. Back-to-back triples from Foster and Bergeson, followed by a sacrifice fly from Colin Wilson. So it seems like the Spuds have found their mojo again offensively. They still had that in the loss. But if they can score early, that can generate some more momentum, more confidence, and that could equal more runs later in the game. And there's still one out in the bottom of the fourth. And Drake Kunza still has to bat, as he's 1 for 2 with a 3-run moonshot. Almost going towards the Dollar General. It may have ended up in that parking lot. So when you buy something from Dollar General, like if you were buying something from Dollar General and you found a baseball, that could have been Kunza. At least as of right now. We don't talk about the ones in Game 1 at all, as those ones probably picked up already as souvenirs. I mean, why wouldn't you have a home run ball as a souvenir? Kunza fouls one off, and it's 0-1. Off speed outside, 1-1. Outside. Two balls, one strike, one out here in the bottom of the fourth. 7-3 lead for the Spuds. Here's the pitch from Carlson, and it's low. Fifth pitch of the at-bat. Kunza, deep left, at the wall, gone! Drake Kunza, another launch for the big man, making a statement at Matson Field. There was no one on base. And they scored that as a 2-run homer. Fredrickson into left, or excuse me, right, and a base hit. The hitting continues for the Spuds. Here comes Jack Demers. Demers chops it up the right field line, but it rolls foul. Yeah, they scored that wrong. Oh and 1. Demers rips one into right on a line. It is caught for out number 2. Put the barrel on it, but Herman was right there. 8-3 game on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard after the home run from Kunza. Heinz takes a strike. The lights have turned on finally at Matson Field. Here's Quinn Carlson with the 0-1. Gives Hummel a nod. Ground ball to the left side. Or up the middle, rather. The view was a little wonky there. And Heinz with a single. And that was an awkward angle. Almost looked like it was going to be played there, at least from this angle, by LeDuc. But the inning continues, and Fredrickson will move to third, and Heinz to second after a wild pitch. And Carlson having a discussion with his catcher. Tay Rich will step up to bat. Two on, two out. Both runners in scoring position for Rich. Rich chops it foul. A 3-run inning so far for the Spuds. An RBI triple from Bergeson, a sac fly from Wilson, and a solo shot from Kunza. Little half swing up the line, throw to first, in the dirt, it gets away. 2 runs will score. Rich on his way to third, and he'll be in there standing. That'll be an E5. 2 runs are in, and it's 10-3. So Rich will reach on an E5, and now he's 90 feet away. Here's Colby Asham. This time is played at third. This time the throw is on line. And Cash Weisenberger making the error on the final run. And it's 10-3 thanks to a 5-run inning for the Spuds. This is Minnesota High School Baseball on Spuds TV.
Atchison Companies is a private investment firm focused on helping small businesses succeed. We are more than investors. We are proven hands-on operators. Atchison Companies works with independent businesses in the manufacturing, distribution and engineering sectors. We invest across the northern plains with a buy and hold philosophy, while providing stable leadership and a proven operating system. Atchison Companies is proud to support the Moorhead Spuds.
Pam is a small business owner. She is swamped. Pam knows she needs to advertise, but is overwhelmed by all the options. What if there was a way for Pam to have access to a team of media experts? What if this was at no extra cost and didn't require a contract? Meet Avenue Right. Save time, money, and get peace of mind that your advertising dollars are well spent.
A 10-3 lead for the Spuds as we enter the top of the fifth. Tommy Fox, Alex Ryan producing, Molly Grealis working the cameras. And the Spuds are a must-watch team in Game 2 so far. Offense and defense has been impressive, especially this young man on the mound, Cullen Wilson. A good bunt, Fredrickson, bad throw. And Ben LeDuc reaches on a bunt. Something he did in Game 1. And the Patriots start with a base runner. Now Wilson's at 92 pitches. The Spuds have a pitcher in the bullpen. Wilson checking on LeDuc over at first. Bouncing ball to Kunza. This could be 2. Bergeson to Wilson. It gets past him. And automatically, the runners just switch places. A throwing error on Bergeson. They get 1, so 1 on, 1 out. Hummel reaches safely. LeDuc is retired. And Cash Weisenberger will have another turn. And I'm curious to see if Wilson will stay in the game if he gets past 100 pitches. Currently sitting at 10 strikeouts. Through 4 innings. A ridiculous outing. Off the fist and foul. The wind has died down immensely here at Matson. At least for the moment. On an 0-1, popped up. Kunza says he's got it. And he does, for out number 2. Here's Joey Krolick. High and tight. 1-0. Wilson checks on him again. One 1-0 to count. Wilson evens the count. And he looks unfazed, throwing 97, approaching 100. And there's strike 2. Wilson looking for strikeout number 11 to get the Spuds out of the 5th, with the 7-run lead still intact. Here it comes. Foul tip. That's a swing. Swing and a miss. So that's strikeout number 11. But another wild pitch.
Now batting for the Patriots, number 5, Jackson Herman.
Sounded like a foul tip. But he was able to reach safely. Still strikeout number 11 for Wilson. Here's Herman. Fouled back, and it's 1-1. So Wilson is officially over 100 pitches. Swing and a miss. He looks unstoppable right now. Wilson ready with the 1-2, 2 on, 2 out. Ooh, he almost got him out. Herman almost got rung up. It's now 2-2. Here it comes. Pop fly into center. Bergeson wants it, and he's got it. Wilson gets out of the mini jam. 104 pitches through 5 innings. A 10-3 lead still intact, and a chance to increase it here in the bottom of the 5th here on Spuds TV.
Natural talent, physical gifts, training advantages. To become a champion, none of that matters. True champions are the ones who are comfortable working harder, staying later, and finding that competitive edge. They are never satisfied simply doing a good job, because those who transform themselves from local talent into local folklore are the ones who continually perform beyond their limits. Bell Bank, proudly supporting champions everywhere.
Boss DXT snowplows are tough to beat, featuring dual trip tech, wings, and optional D-force for improved scraping and backdragging performance. Choose from 3 different sizes in steel, stainless steel, and poly. The Boss DXT is built to restore order.
Your home for Boss snowplows is Bert's Truck Equipment on Highway 75 North in Moorhead.
10-3 game here at Matson Field. A beautiful evening here in Moorhead, Minnesota. Tommy Fox coming to you live from Matson Field for Game 2 of this doubleheader between the Spuds and the Patriots. Alex Ryan producing and Molly Grealis running the cameras. A big thanks to them here tonight, and as always, for every Spuds TV event. Quinn Carlson back on the mound. And Bert Foster, who hit a laser of a triple into the gap in his last at-bat. A chance to run it back. Half swing up the line, and he's tagged out. He partially pulled the trigger, and it doesn't work out in his favor. 1 away. Now Bergeson hit a triple in his last at-bat. He drove in Bert Foster back in the 4th. The beginning of a 5-run 4th inning for the Spuds. Pitch is low and in. The 1-0 delivery incoming from Carlson. Bergeson lines one into left and a base hit. All he needs is a home run, and he gets a cycle. Bergeson is 4 for 4. Just a hitting machine. Wilson awaits the 1-0 delivery. Swings and fouls it back. Wilson got a sac fly, part of the 5-run fourth. He also has a stolen base in this game. In the dirt, Bergeson will try to steal, and he's safe! What a swim move from Bergeson! That was close. Just a walking highlight reel, Bergeson is. Now Wilson skies it into center. This is hit pretty well, but it's not going to get out of the park. Bergeson will tag. Throws cut off. And Bergeson is 90 feet away thanks to another sac fly from the Spuds ace, Colin Wilson. He already has 2 home runs in this game, and he's looking for a hat trick. Drake Kunza. Swing and a miss. He was swinging for the fences there. You could guarantee. So Kunza is 2 for 3. Fouls it back. And into a tree. No balls, 2 strikes. Here it comes from Carlson. Little high. The 1-2 to Kunza. And a good block from Hummel. Two balls, 2 strikes now. Kunza awaits. Stays alive. And if we're able to show him, there are some Spuds fans that are having some good compliments for Kunza into center. It is caught. A very loud out to end the inning. Kunza got the barrel on it, but it wasn't enough. No score in the 5th inning for the Spuds. They're still up 10-3, however, going into the top of the 6th here at Matson.
Don't work out where you won't work out. Blueprint Personal Training. At Blueprint, you'll work directly with an experienced personal trainer and nutrition coach in our brand new private gym. Tell us about your fitness goals, and we'll provide the personalized workouts and motivation to get the results you want to see. Training, nutrition, accountability. Blueprint Personal Training. BlueprintFargo.com.
So Cullen Wilson's night is finished. He goes 5 strong innings, 104 pitches, 11 strikeouts. And we have a pitching change here at Matson with the Spuds up 10-3 through 5 innings. The lights are on here at Matson Field. The sun is setting. A great setting for baseball. No score from either team in the 5th. And hopefully the Spuds are able to get some redemption on the Patriots. The same team that put up double digits against them in game 1. The bottom part of the order will start things off for the Patriots. It'll be Kelson Kuderna.
Now pitching for your Spuds, Easton Gross. Cullen Wilson finishes the game after 5 innings pitching.
Easton Gross is on the mound for the Spuds, the southpaw. And a lot of people like this kid. He has a very distinct arsenal, and that is why he is one of the best options for Selvold in his pen. But he's behind in the count 3-0. And that hit him. Took it like a champ there, and on 4 pitches, Kuderna is hit by a pitch.
Now batting for the Patriots, number 19, Jason Juma.
Here is Jason Juma. Pinch hitting for Carlson. Here's Gross. Swing and a miss. Runner on first, 0-1. Check swing. Did he go? The answer is indeed no. Now the count's even at 1-1. Gross steps off the mound. Takes a look at first. Fires in a good-looking pitch that Juma didn't like. Two one. Good pitch. Just barely missing the zone, and it's 3-1. He's finding his command. He already had solid command to begin with. Like right there. Little bit of off speed from Gross. Here comes the payoff pitch from Gross. Fouled back into the netting. Patriots down 7, 10-3 on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. Another payoff. Called strike 3. Back to first. First strikeout of the game for Gross. And Juma couldn't believe it. popped up. Kunza is there to make the catch. That was a tremendous effort by Kunza, tracking it down, and there's 2 gone here in the top of the 6th. That was Logan Zawistowski that popped out then. And now it's Aiden Johnson. So we're back to the top of the order. Johnson has struck out 3 times. So game 2 has not been his friend as that skips in the dirt past Demers. And Kuderna is in scoring position. It is now 2-0 on Johnson. The Spuds don't really have too many lefty pitchers. So this definitely adds a lot to their pen and just their overall rotation. 3-0 pitch. 4-pitch walk. Good battle from Johnson. Good discipline, too. Here's Ben LeDuc. Lefty-lefty battle incoming. 2 on, 2 out. Past Fredrickson and into left field for a hit. They go station to station, and the bases are loaded. So hang on a minute. The Patriots are in striking position as Evan steps into the batter's box with the bases full. All ducks on the pond for him. Here's Gross. Fouled back by Hummel. No balls, 1 strike. Now it's 1 ball and 1 strike as Gross couldn't find the zone. Almost got away from Demers. That was a tremendous snag. Now it's 2-1. Barely, just barely a ball, and it's 3-1. And the Spuds are starting to enter the danger zone here. Here it comes. And a bases loaded walk. And it's 10-4. Crossing the plate is Kuderna. There's still 2 outs. Strike 1. Here's Cash Weisenberger. Oh and 2. Gross trying to escape the 6th. Eastern Gross. The 0-2. He struck him out swinging. Gross is out of the jam, only giving up 1. And the Spuds still up big going into the bottom of the 6th here at Matson Field. You're listening or watching or both to Minnesota High School Baseball on Spuds TV.
Before I became a real boy, life was easy. I just sat there doing sandwich stuff. But being alive is so hard. So if you don't want to get up to get a sandwich, you shouldn't have to.
To show up to work every day, it's not a job. It's not just a paycheck. It ultimately is a way of life. And to add that extra smile in someone's day is what gets me to work every day. And in return, to just receive those smiles and those thank yous or those squeezes of your hand is so meaningful. And it really brings me back every day.
(10-4) Spuds. Easton is gross. Getting out of the bases loaded jam, only surrendering 1 run, a bases loaded walk. And Moorhead looking to move on to 3-2 on the season. And they look to split the doubleheader with the Patriots. And if the Spuds do hang on, this will be a terrific bounce back win after getting blown out of the water in game 1. Now you blow the Patriots out of the water in game 2. They still have 1 more inning to add to their lead, and Ben Fredrickson will start it off. Fredrickson is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Goes past Hummel. Quinn Carlson is ready and he deals. 2-0. Almost the exact same spot. And Carlson is starting to lose a little bit of his command. He gets it back right there, bottom of the zone for strike 1. Fifth pitch of the at-bat is strike 2. Wow, great pitch from Quinn. Carlson has Fredrickson against the wall with a full count. Fredrickson lays it out and a base hit into center. Wow, just excellent piece of hitting. Just the flick of the wrist. And Fredrickson is laughing and smiling. I mean that's just a thing of beauty from Freddie. Just a simple flick of the wrist and you got yourself a base hit. Nothing too complicated about it. And Jack Demers, it'll be his turn and he takes the ball. Demers is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Big cut and a miss. Carlson takes an eye on Fredrickson, gives a nod, 2 nods, inside, and ball 2. Two and 1 to count. Demers ready. Carlson ready. Into right. He pulled it. Got the barrel on it. But it's 2-2. Demers obviously hits for power. Lays it out into left center, and it is down. It could not be played. Stopping at third, Fredrickson into second. Demers with a double. The question is, will they count that as an error in left? They will. So that will be listed as an error, but Demers still reaches safely, and Reese Boney will run for him. The Pooh Bear, as they call him, finding the gap, nearly getting it to drop. He'll take it nonetheless, as he hasn't reached base all game, as there's a swing and a miss from Heinz. Runner on second, nobody out, as well as third. 2 runners in scoring position for Heinz. A wave and a miss that time. Back against the wall here against Carlson. Carlson's ready, looks at Fredrickson, here's the pitch, swing, and a pop-up. Shallow right, it is down into no man's land. Fredrickson in to score, sliding feet first. And Carson Heinz once again with runners in scoring position. Runners at the corner still. Rich into right. Should be playable, it is. Tagging is Boney. Here's the throw, it is wide. Up the line, Boney's in. Sac fly for Rich, 12-4 Spuds. Here comes Asham to the plate. Runner on first. That is Heinz. Still 1 out. Asham takes the ball. 12-4 Spuds on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. Heinz takes off. Throw down into center. Heinz will stay at second, and he's in scoring position as well. That gets away as well. A wild pitch, and Heinz is 90 feet away just like that. And now everything's starting to unravel for the Patriots. It happened to the Spuds the last game. How the turntables, you could say. 2-1 to count on Asham. Asham, a big cut, and he fouls it back into the netting. Asham with a 2-2 count, takes the ball. Heinz is ready to run. That nearly hit him, but regardless, it is a walk. Asham will reach safely. Runners at the corners, 1 out. And here comes Bert Foster. And a pitching change. Carlson is finished. A 12-4 lead for the Spuds. Runners at the corners. Still 1 out when we come back.
More than 80 years ago, First Community Credit Union was established by farmers for farmers. We know farmers and ranchers are the backbone of our communities. That's why First Community Credit Union is proud to serve and support our local ag producers. Our expert staff know and understand the local ag industry because they grew up in it. From operating loans to equipment and real estate purchases, we can help ensure your operation is a success. First Community Credit Union, rooted in your future.
Another little bit of a switcheroo for the Patriots. It'll be Kelson Kuderna on the mound. Another southpaw for Bismarck Century. And playing first and done for the night on the mound for the Patriots will be Quinn Carlson. And in right, he hasn't gotten a lot of playing time. Logan Zawistowski. He'll be in right. So it'll be a good chance for Zawistowski to get some playing time late in the game. And Bert Foster will have 2 runners on base and a chance to get some ribbies. And Kuderna is going to ask for a mound visit with his catcher. Now Foster, when he hit that triple back in the 4th, it was off a lefty. So it's safe to say he's pretty comfortable against lefty pitching. He faces a lefty here. Swing and a miss to the backstop. Heinz will stay put. Ashton will follow suit. Here comes the 0-1. Foster takes one inside, ball 1. Base hit. Heinz will score. Foster into first. RBI single for Foster. It is now 13-4 as Foster's 2 for 4. And Bergeson, a home run away from the cycle. He has 2 doubles, a triple, and a single. 1 out here in the 6th. Asham at second, Foster at first. Bergeson takes a strike. Here's the 0-1. Bergeson into left. It will be past him and to the wall. Asham rounding third. He will score. Bergeson reaches safely. It's 14-4. And that'll be mercy rule. What a way to end it. Tyne Bergeson finishes 5 for 5. 2 doubles, a triple, and 2 singles. Obviously the single to win it. He is definitely the player of the game for Game 2. The Spuds are 3-2 on the year as they split the doubleheader between the Bismarck Century Patriots. Tomorrow, it'll be girls softball against the St. Cloud Crush, and on Saturday, it'll be girls lacrosse also against the St. Cloud Crush. So the Spuds will be familiar with the St. Cloud Crush in the next 2 days. That'll do it for tonight's coverage of Minnesota boys baseball with the excellent help of Alex Ryan, our producer, Molly Grealis working the cameras. This is Thomas Fox saying so long from Matson Field. Final score, 14-4 on the Muscatel Subaru scoreboard. Good night, everyone.